In the cage, MMA, T-Mac now joined by the ultra-popular, ultra-tough Tony Cardello. Tony, how are you doing?
Good, T-Mac, thanks.
Now, you're going to be fighting February 10th for Joe Wooster. It's going to be Kansas City Fighting Alliance. Who are you going to be fighting, and tell us a little bit about the event.
A gentleman named Darian Blakeney, and really cool. We're honored to be part of the event with Joe. You know, it's featuring a lot of the Grindhouse fighters, and it's here in our local area here in Independence, so that's going to be really cool, big for the gym. We're hoping to get a lot of good promotion for our gym out of that. It's going to be exciting to be close to home.
So tell us a little bit about Darian. What do you know about him? How are you going to prepare? Things like that.
Yeah, he's tall. Seems like a stand-up fighter, of course. Tall guy, 6'2", 6'3", somewhere in there. He's going to throw some kicks, and you know, seems to be a worthy opponent for sure. And you know, we'll take it one day at a time. But I'm expect the best for sure.
Now tell us a little bit about this training camp. You're progressing in your career. You're undefeated as an amateur. Tell us a little bit about the challenges now that you have, being the undefeated fighter, having a big following like you do. Tell us a little bit about the pressures that has going into each fight you have.
Oh, well, I welcome the pressure. You know, I had to perform well under pressure. I like to. I like that. It really drives you. You know, you have that sense of fear of losing that record, of disappointment, letting people down. So a lot of people, rather than clamming up, that's when I really perform well. Yeah, so I welcome it. I like it. Hopefully I continue this undefeated record, get a target on my back, and some other big name fights come my way, and you know, maybe, who knows, next year looking to go pro possibly.
So how many more fights, you were just speaking about going pro, but how many more fights as an amateur would you like to have?
You know, it's up to my coaches and the team whenever they feel I'm worthy. You know, if I come out just for some reason flip on and switch, look like a superstar overnight, this could be my last one. Probably not, but you know, it's solely up to my coaches and my team.
So tell us a little bit about your coaching staff. Obviously you're here at Grindhouse, but who's your tight-knit group that you always work with as far as day in, day out kind of people?
It's always going to be for my BJJ is going to be Farron Otis, my striking is going to be Brian Davidson, and then just my all-around game and actually working with James Krause. He works with me a lot, both standing and on the ground, just get the sparring rounds in, as does Brian. So I couldn't have a better coaching staff. You know, feet, ground, wherever it goes. You know, I feel like I'm of the elite amateur status anyway right now.
So how do you feel you've progressed since your last fight? Obviously you fought, the last fight you had was in Titan. You looked really good, you took him down a lot. Can we expect more stand-up from you, or do you still have the same game plan every fight?
The game plan is going to go, it's a game time game plan really. It's just wherever I feel comfortable at that moment. At this point, I feel like standing up because that's what I've been working the most on. And we've learned that, you know, if you're comfortable in a certain zone, then you want to practice what you're uncomfortable at. And I want to exploit myself in my uncomfortable zone so that I can get comfortable there. That way, if it happens to go to the ground by accident, I slip, he grabs a leg kick, and he takes me down, and you know, I'm good on the ground too. So I look to maybe try and stand for a little bit, see how that goes.
Now, with this fight, what can we expect for this year? Are you wanting to get a lot of fights in, or are you kind of just wanting to take your time, maybe do one per season as far as summer, winter, that kind of stuff?
Right. No, I've discussed it with the team, and I'm going to be active this year. If I'm going to look to go pro, you know, being 33 years old, my window of opportunity is small. You know, how far pro I could go is probably, you know, limited, but you know, still, I love the spirit of the competition. If I'm progressing better in my game, why stop? You know, and as long as my body holds up, family holds up, you know, all that. So I got to be courtesy of my wife and kids too. And that's most important.
So talk to us a little bit about the Grindhouse. I saw a couple days ago you guys were on Fox 4 News talking about coming out to Grindhouse. I saw James Krause throwing some kicks, Brian Davidson teaching the guy with the cowboy boots and gym shorts on. Tell us a little bit about Grindhouse as far as their growth. What can we expect from the Grindhouse gym?
Yeah, Grindhouse is going big. We've got some top-level professionals that are looking to very soon make the advance into the big shows, and we're really excited about that. Our kids program, our youth program is growing leaps and bounds, and that's really, those are the two main areas of focus right now. We're trying to grow the kids program as well as the professional program, and then everything in between is going to follow. You know, our Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, our traditional Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the gi class is starting to grow. We're belt ranking It's legit. This is a fighting gym. Make no mistake about it. And we're breeding them young, and they're going to come up strong.
So before we wrap up the interview, who's sponsors that you would like to thank, or any teammates like that?
Yeah, sure. First of all, of course, all my teammates, my coaches, Brian Davidson, James Krause, Farron Otis, and then my sponsors. My biggest sponsor, Johnny Anthony Pacherno. He's an attorney, so if you're looking for any legal advice or anything, he's the one. Check my Facebook. I've got Mike at Extreme Automotive, Rob Baker at Tent Master. I've got John Green at Lucky's Toe. I've got Casey Hadley at Resolution Reuse. I've got Kansas City Party Bus, supplying us with the party buses. We got Cardello's Mustard Seed, where the official weigh-ins and after party are. And of course, Kevin Fuller Creative, who helped us with all the graphic art design. And then, of course, Poster Boy.
Well, after that list of sponsors and teammates, we thank you. And for Tony Cardello, I am T-Mac, and reminder, it will be February 10th at the Independence Memorial Hall, Kansas City Fighting Alliance, where you can see Tony Cardello, Farron Otis, Sharkbait Gutierrez, and many more.